Good afternoon, friends. Today I will be giving a speech, a persuasive speech, on procrastination. Planned procrastination ought to be taught by teachers to all students as an effective option of completing one's education. There are four main reasons that procrastination is either superior or at least as good as a punctual education. Number one, clarity granted by the time off. We'll delve deep into these later, but for now we're just going to go over the surface. Number two, the tactical advantage that procrastinators receive on tests. Number three, the motivation to get things done quicker. Number four, the major drop in stress due to a major growth in confidence. There's a difference between just procrastinating and planning out your procrastination. Procrastination is just putting things off because of laziness, but planned procrastination is purposely doing assignments or tasks later in order that you can think about it throughout the day, just kind of ponder on it, and so that you're not stuck thinking, like, I gotta get this done right now, and then hitting a metaphorical writer's block. The clarity granted by the time off. Let's say someone's doing a big project and they just start on it like bang, like right then. Like I said, you're gonna hit a big writer's block. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean it's on a writing project, but you're just gonna start writing and then be like, crap, I don't know what to do. If you are able to think about what you're doing before you begin the project, it's going to be a much smoother process, and this just grants far more clarity and a better even understanding of the project. Consider this. A test done took two students, one who used planned procrastination and one who used a more punctual form of studying. The first student so both of these students took 2 hours of total studying. The first student studied for 1 hour, 1 day before the test. And then he studied 1 hour, 1 hour before the test. The second student studied 3 days before the test for an hour, and then 1 day before the test for an hour. The studies of the test show that the first student will receive the higher grade. This test was done by Adam Grant, and he was a big advocate for procrastination and a professor of psychology. Nicole Omorlica, a Harvard graduate, and her team researched the algorithms for students who procrastinated and those who took the conservative route. Her findings concluded that the extra time that the punctual learners spent doing the assignments was far less effective and efficient than the time that the planned procrastinators used while they were completing their assignments. Laura L. Solomon argued that procrastination causes depression, irrational cognitions, low self-esteem, and delayed study behavior, but there's a major problem with this logic. The people who we see using planned procrastination the most are athletes. Athletes make up, right there, 76% of the procrastinators. This test, once again, this was a test. It was done by Victor Day, and he was a counselor / psychologist and coordinator of clinical training and counseling and psychological services center of Dalhousie University, which it's pretty notorious. Athletes who procrastinate not only are less susceptible to depression and irrational cognitions, but they also average a higher GPA, or grade point average, thus indicating that Laura L. Solomon's logic must have been faulty. There is a solution to solving this problem. Teachers can stop teaching their students that the best and the only way to get a for real and beneficial education is through a punctual education. they can teach them options. So punctual education, procrastination education, and I mean, I'm sure there are other ideas out there, but at least for me, that's what worked. Yeah, for me, up until 4th and 5th grade, I was a straight C student. And I was like, I had no clue, I didn't care, I didn't have any interest. And then I had some friends, and they actually taught me this way of procrastinating, and I was like, So then I used this, and I thought I would think about my assignments before I would do them, or even start on them. And then I began to think more clearly. I had less stress when doing the assignments. I understood what I was saying or even working out when I was doing the assignments. It just gave me a lot more simplicity through my schooling. And about 5th and 6th grade, I started turning quarter. I got C's, B's, A's. I got everything. But I felt as if I was actually learning what I was supposed to. By the time that I got into middle school, I was getting A's and B's almost exclusively. And now I'm in high school and I'm taking college classes, and I know what I'm doing. I'm getting good grades and I'm getting A's because I'm using this planned procrastination where I'm thinking about what I'm doing before I do it, and then when I do it, I have a plan already. It's just like using an outline when you're writing an essay. After researching the words of numerous sources, reading lots of sites, and considering the logic and facts provided by both the punctual education side of things and the procrastination side of things, I deduced that one cannot rebut the claim that planned procrastination is maybe not far superior, but at least as good as, or at least should be considered as an option for students to gain their education. And once again, this is due to the clarity granted by the time off, or not even time off, but just time to think about what they're saying, the tactical advantages on tests that we saw by Mr. Day, the motivation to get things done quicker. So, I mean, you've got less time, but you can still, you still have the outline in your head, so it's basically just copying down what you're doing. And then the major drop in stress due to a mighty growth in confidence. And as you can see, at least from my personal experience, the confidence I have in doing things after I already know what I'm doing due to planned procrastination raises my grades significantly. And I have planned procrastination to think that. Finally, let there be an end to teachers saying that planned procrastination is the greatest form of receiving one's education. Thank you.